or a bedside gun like the shotgun, which is unlikely to be fired, it still needs regular maintenance and inspection. A colleague of mine has handed me this Hawk 981 shotgun, which is sold in America as the H&R Pardner Pump. It is a very solid shotgun, a copy of a proven design, the Remington 870. However, this has been stored loaded for probably 7 or 8 years or so. And this shotgun has been put into an unsafe and unfireable state due to neglect. The racking the slide is very tough. When a shotgun was loaded, it was difficult for me to administratively unload the shotgun without trying to chamber a cartridge by spreading apart on the shell retention pieces inside the receiver. That wasn't successful, so I had to rack the slide to clear each round individually, and doing so was a challenge. I had to mortar and strike the buttstock against the floor, and that isn't very good, especially since these shotguns aren't very drop safe. I'm not talking about this one in particular, but most of them, the Mossberg 500, the Remington 870, several others, due to the design of the cartridges and them being an older design. So, even if the shotgun itself is loaded, it will not pass the function check. And right now I'm using dummy rounds or snap caps. Don't use live ammunition for function checking of firearms. So if I try and rack it, it's very tough to operate. And that is extremely bad, because if this shotgun would be employed for its intended purpose, for self-defense at the home, whoever be firing the shotgun would be in serious trouble. So this needs to be cleaned and taken care of. I'm going to show you how to disassemble and clean the shotgun. And one thing is that after the shotgun is cleaned, I'm afraid is that with the tube being compressed for a long time, as well as the hammer spring and the trigger pack being compressed for a long time, it may cause some problems with the function of the shotgun, but I will not do any sort of test firing, just cleaning and disassembly. You're going to need personal protective equipment and maintenance and cleaning supplies before taking apart the shotgun. I'm wearing eye protection as well as gloves. Eye protection because when taking apart firearms, springs and pieces could fly out, and you don't want that in your eyes. And same with splashing solvents, liquids, oils, and other things. That's not good for you. Same for your hands. Being in contact with lead, carbon, petroleum, solvents, it's not the healthiest for you. So wear personal protective equipment. Here I have a old towel I'm using as a work mat. I have various cleaning supplies, so I'm using solvent. This is M-Pro 7. I really like it because it doesn't have any sort of lingering odor or anything like that, unlike kerosene or Hops No. 9 solvent. This works quite well. You're going to need a punch set to take apart the shotgun. This Wheeler Gunsmith kit is very nice. Brushes, various cleaning tools, as well as lubricant. I'm just going to use the CLP that is included in the Otis Elite Cleaning Kit, which does include brushes and rods and other pieces for a 12-gauge shotgun. I'll be using a rag as well as shotgun cleaning patches. And with this particular shotgun, there's some serious problems with it, with the lubricant being gummed up, as well as dust everywhere just from being on the carpet and having dust go and collect everywhere and gumming up the action. That's really bad. I need to go disassemble it and scrub and flush everything out with solvent first. So I'm going to go use the disassembly process for the Remington 870 for this shotgun. This is an 870 derivative. So let's get to it. Remove the tube cap. Simple enough. bear with me because of this shotgun being so gummed up, it's difficult. Okay, the barrel's removed. And see over here at the action rods and the fore end, it's all covered in dust. Let's go and take apart this magazine cap. Oh yeah, by the way, make sure the shotgun is cleared before disassembly. Follow all firearms basic safety rules. Gotta twist this cap to make sure it clears. Get this out. Get our plug out. This is filthy. Everything about the shotgun is absolutely filthy. So we got our magazine tube assembly, disassemble. We got our barrel out of the shotgun. Next we got to go into this what's called this lifter. Spread the two wings out and yep, we have our fore end removed as well as our bolt and bolt carrier. Next we're going to go remove our trigger assembly. You can use a roll of tape and you need to have a couple of pins to drive a couple of punches to drive the pins out. So let's do that. Use our handy dandy gunsmith kit. Pop it out. What I like to do with these is take these pins, put them in a little tray, that way they don't roll off and get lost. We're going to go remove this. That was a bit difficult. Now we have our bit receiver with our stock attached, as well as our trigger pack, magazine internals, fore end, and barrel. Let's go scrub everything with solvent. So we have our shotgun disassembled. And it's an absolute mess. This is gummed up. There's all sorts of gummed up lubricants and chemicals and a whole bunch of dust everywhere. A bug is found in the upper receiver. Can you believe that? A bug is found in the upper receiver. Let's blast everything with solvent first. Let's go blast everything with solvent first. If you have a wooden furniture, like a wooden fore end or wooden stock, keep solvent away from it. It would be very bad. So take that off the firearm or be very careful with it. But for synthetic furniture like this, it shouldn't be a problem. Spray everything. I get solvent on the inside and outside and just let it work and dissolve. I'd imagine this shotgun is never cleaned at all. Hopefully the bolt itself does not need to be disassembled any further. If so, I need to go drive out another pin and take it apart, and that's kind of annoying. This pump bottle is almost empty. I'm just gonna pour it into a rag and then just let the solvent just be spread around. While the solvent's doing its thing, I'll also get some solvent and put it inside the barrel. I'm gonna go assemble my cleaning rod. Okay, let's go and run some solvent through our magazine tube and our barrel and our forend. And to clean barrels, we're gonna go do it from breech to muzzle. So after running a cleaning patch through the barrel, the magazine tube, and the forend, I'm going to go use a bronze cleaning brush to help break up more of this carbon. One thing to keep in mind is that for these sorts of cable or barrel snake sorts of maintenance tools, it needs to be pulled at a straight angle. If it's pulled to the side, it could create some problems and could mess up with the crown. So pull it down as straight as possible. So for cleaning a shotgun, it'd be a good idea to clean underneath the extraction lug and clean as much as you can with a solvent. I like using pipe cleaners just because they don't leave fluff and lint, unlike Q-tips. And then for other sorts of wiping and cleaning, I like to use large shotgun patches to do that. Having a clean weapon ensures that you can also inspect every single small component to see if it's defective or broken. Trigger pack needs to be cleaned with solvent and every piece should be cleaned with a brush. Has been cleaned up with solvent. So, to the best of my ability, to as far as I'm willing to strip this shotgun, our magazine tube and receiver assembly has been cleaned. Barrel has been cleaned. Trigger pack, bolt carrier, pins, magazine spring, magazine components, as well as forward with slide action rod assembly. That has been cleaned and stripped off of gummed up lubricant, debris, and lint. Now a shotgun would need lubrication, so for most pieces, a thin coating of lubricant, such as CLP over here, will be adequate. One thing I will not do is lubricate the inside of the magazine tube. Cartridges themselves shouldn't need to do that and would cause feeding issues. And the barrel itself would have more thorough lubricant be applied through patches when cleaning it. So what can be done is get some cleaning patches over here. Get a little bit of CLP. Add a few drops. and then just add a light coating of oil. Now for cleaning these shotguns, not too much lubricant is needed, however you will need lubricant. It's not a good idea to have the shotguns be too wet unless needed. Wet as in over-lubed, where carbon and gunk and dust can be attracted to it, and it should be run dry. This would cause excessive wear on the parts. So a thin coating of lubricant is perfect. So this is now lubed to add a thin coating of oil around this particular part. Just add like a drop or two here or there, then just wipe. Thin coating to the pins. We'll go and clean the bolt. Add a drop of oil to each moving part. And we can just use our cleaning brush to get the patch into more deep crevices and pieces. Same with pipe cleaners. For our trigger pack, put some lubricant on the trigger spring, as well as the front surface of the hammer, and other little pieces. Add a drop of lubricant. For our receiver, add a little bit of lubricant to the extractor and the shell retention pieces. Another thing to do is to take a clean patch and clean the inside of the receiver. A little bit of lubricant on the thread of the magazine cap. And take a patch, put lubricant on it, and wipe down the magazine spring. Give it a thin coating of oil. Okay, now these parts have been lubricated. Let's go and clean the barrel even more with CLP. Remember, when cleaning our shotgun barrel or any firearm, do it from breech to muzzle. Don't do it the other way. You're going to have carbon go and cut into the chamber, and that's really bad. This barrel is quite clean, or at least the inside of the barrel is. Once the internals have been lubricated, let's go apply a light coat of oil to the external metal parts of this firearm. Just get a cleaning patch, coat it in oil, give it a thin coat. Okay, now that our parts are cleaned and lubricated, let's go reassemble the shotgun. So, trigger pack, put it inside. Let's go drive our pins back in place. Get our bolt, get our far-end assembly. Let's get our bolt carrier, and I forgot where these are oriented, so it should be there, like that. And then have that be inserted, should guide in place. So the two internal tabs inside the receiver need to be pressed inward while the pump's going to the rear as soon as resistance is hit. Otherwise, it's just going to be difficult to reinsert it into place. Do a little bit of a functions check. So let's see if the pump can be actuated smoothly. Now it can. Forend is locked in place while it's in battery. Pull the trigger. Smooth. Check the safety. Functional. Let's go and load our shotgun with dummies. Don't use live ammunition for the diagnostic of firearms until you actually go do firing. Don't want to put a hole through the wall or through the neighbor's wall or through your TV or whatever. So let's go feed our shotgun. Everything is smooth. So that's 5 in a tube. Let's see if it chambers. Okay. And it passes the functions check. This is good to go now after I do some test firing, which I'll not do in this video. Okay, so our shotgun has been cleaned, lubricated, reassembled, and function checked with dummy ammunition. I can't be confident that the shotgun would be great until live ammunition is used in a safe and controlled environment, but for now, this is significantly better than it was before. And with that, what else do we learn? A firearm that is not in use, but is still loaded and used for self-defense purposes, whether it be a bedside gun or an everyday carry gun, would still need routine inspection, cleaning, and lubrication. Otherwise, you'd have excessive dust, corrosion, gummed up lubricants, and other problems. And then if that were to be deployed in a self-defense situation and emergency, that would be extremely bad and could lead to grave, serious bodily injury and death for the shooter trying to defend himself with it. So, if you do like this video, give it a like and a thumbs up. If you don't, dislike it and give it a thumbs down. Comment down below on what you think. If you can't think of anything, put something else down there for the algorithm. I'm trying to get good content like this to be pushed out there compared to like other garbage and slop. And if you do like to support the channel, go ahead and give money to the Ko-fi, or if you'd like to buy things that are displayed in this video and shown off, click on the affiliate links below. It's not going to cost you an extra cent if you buy the same stuff otherwise. And if you don't want to do any sort of buying or giving me any sort of money, I totally understand that. If you also want to provide your additional support and patronage, subscribe and share the video. This video on the public safety announcement to routinely clean and inspect your firearms is brought to you by Glow So Bright. So, thank you very much for watching.